Well, let's let the fun begin. My first motion picture selfie in the outside world. Where am I? Where else? Paradise. See? Look around. Flowing water. Beautiful green brush and trees. It's quite lovely. Here's a post somebody stuck in the water quite some time ago. You can even see the moss on it. And of course, the beautiful water, small pond in the stream of paradise. That's a bottle somebody discarded. Now let's go all the way around before we climb up. And then of course, this little island of rocks. And my goodies over there, my backpack. I walked in. And then of course, last but not least, what else? Who else? Me. Doing a motion picture selfie. So let's get some sunlight on my face. Better look at who I am. My name is Daniel Law. I was born 1/1/64, 6'2", 200 pounds. Dark red auburn hair, which appears brown, but it's the darkest red. Blue-green eyes. It's green around the pupil, but the greater proportion of the iris is blue, roughly split down the center circle if you were to split the inner and the outer iris. The blue and green is roughly midway on both sides of that center divider circle. See? I don't know, let's see if the camera can capture it. There are huge bamboo shoots obscuring the sun partly, so this is about as clean and direct a light as possible. How about that? Can you see? I have 5 megapixels, I think, this camera is. I've got to read up. I just bought this cell phone. So, what am I doing here? I'm having fun trying to get away from the mad world. This is in Los Angeles County. It's downstream of Big Tujunga Canyon. Just maybe a mile outside of the mouth of the canyon of Big Tujunga. On the west side of the 210 freeway. You can see it on a map. County of Los Angeles, City of Los Angeles. But it's a really nice area. A lot of people come to this area to see one of the last largely natural canyons in Southern California. There's others when you go west towards Malibu and Santa Monica Mountains. In fact, there's quite a lot that's being preserved and reclaimed. But I guess what I mean to say is that urban development is quite extensive in Los Angeles. And here it's just au natural. So what I want to do now is just climb out of the stream here. See? I'm in the stream. It's in this bottle. I'm going to throw you with, I don't bother recycling, I'll throw it with someone else. Get it. Throw it back in a garbage can where it'll be reclaimed by somebody but I want it out of here so it's not here the next time I come. Now, I'm going to put on my reading glasses. This is my first time, so maybe a little bit awkward the way I hold the camera. But now I'm going to steady it. Yeah, let's see how steady I can keep it as I make my way up and out. Here, let's turn around and get a more of a bird's eye view where I just came out of. There's our post. See that diminished vertical stick? Almost like a rotting and ridiculously thin phalanx symbol. Someone has staked possession. Alright, let's go back. Let's move this out of the way and make our way up about maybe 8-9 feet above the stream level, the water level of the stream. Get a better view of what it's like here. Lots of bamboo. Lots of bamboo. And for a moment, let's be blinded by the sun. In fact, I'll use a little bit of bamboo. See how that affects the bamboo. See what kind of resolution and picture that gets. Isn't that lovely? There's our sun, our star. The sun is a star, relatively small one. Kind of hard to believe. Earth, a planet in proximity, close proximity to this star. Thank God. Yeah. It's just lovely here. Nice weather today. It's in the mid-70s Fahrenheit. Very slight breeze. Some clouds in the sky, but they're wispy. Wispy and not holding much moisture. Alright, how about we get another look at me. Okay. Me in the full sun there. It's largely an unobstructed sun, one shaft coming through between the plants of my face. What do you think of my face in the sun? Creature on Earth. Maybe a monster too. But a nice one. I refer to the human race in general, that is, not to me. Particularly, I think most people know the human race certainly has a monstrous aspect. Fouling its nest, devouring each other, devouring its own. Losing touch with the natural world. And worst of all, losing touch with one's own God-given spirit. Can't have that. After you're born, it all begins to center right here, solar plexus. It's the invisible, hyperdimensional umbilical cord, if you will. Well, not so much an umbilical cord because it's two-way. Well, an umbilical cord functions in a two-way fashion. For the time being, let's just say it's a kind of an hyperdimensional umbilical cord to the greater universe. And that's how man commiserates with creation. I don't mean that so much in a religious sense, but an enlightened, holistic, truly spiritual sense. Mankind is uncleaved from the natural world, part of the greater whole, distinctly but also in other respects seamlessly, separate in certain aspects but not separate at all in others. Sort of paradoxical. A bit of both, yet neither. Then what could it be? I'm just speculating. Don't ask me for an absolutely authoritative rendering of just what it might be. Excuse me, I think I'll go have a beer. It's lovely. I love the natural world. I've been on many adventures. Deserts, mountains, come on. Beaches. Mostly driving in automobiles, off-roading, four-wheel drive, going places where most people don't. Driving on dangerous off-roads where you have to have skill, or four-wheel drive skill, that is, where basically you roll off the mountain and you die because it's 500, maybe 1,000 feet down. So you don't really take chances. If the road starts getting too dangerous, if you can call it a road, you have to have equipment to get out there and repair the road. Make sure you have traction and good footing so you can proceed. Then another key thing about four-wheel driving and off-roading is that don't get too comfortable about just proceeding. Don't be afraid to get out of the vehicle, take a long walk, take some food, some water, be prepared with that, and go walk another half mile or a mile, maybe even two. Make sure there's a place you can turn around, or places you can back up so you can go back the other way, the way you came. You don't want to be stuck in a one-way narrow dirt road and then attempt to try and back out of it. That can be really dangerous. You can lose control really fast. And then of course, once again, you're over the mountain, down in the valley, beat to a pulp, totally unsalvageable, you and your vehicle. Some places they can't salvage you. You're so far down, it would take a cargo helicopter to retrieve you. They might retrieve you personally, your remains, send in a helicopter and send some guys rappelling down to retrieve your remains, but generally I've seen a few vehicles down the mountain, beat to a pulp. Been there for years, sometimes decades. I really like off-roading, four-wheel driving. I've been to a lot of great places and quite experienced. So, I took a dip in that pool. It was nice, it's refreshing. Now I'm curious to see how I appear on camera. So, I'm going to stop recording now and see how it turned out. Okay? Bye.